All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144. This is the brother Kasha Kuala,
The brother Rock.
from the GMS Atlanta camp. We just want to get into some quick scriptures where we're going through the book of Proverbs, the first chapter. You know, reading Proverbs has a lot of wisdom and it teaches you a lot how to, get around, slither and maneuver in this world. Because the scriptures do tell you in the book of Matthew, the 10th chapter, to be, as wise as a serpent, as harmless as a dove, because we're sheep among wolves. All right, so reading the book of Proverbs will give you that wisdom and make you a prudent or a wise man, So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Proverbs 1, let's see. Start at 5.
All right. This is Proverbs 1 and 5. And a wise man will hear.
And a wise man will hear. He will listen. Keep going.
And will increase learning.
Mm-hmm.
And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
So a wise man will hear and increase in learning. It's kind of like when you read Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter. It tells you to keep thy foot, keep your mouth shut while you at church, pretty much. Because when you're at church, you be quiet, you listen, and when necessary, ask your questions later, But in due time, you start listening. A wise man will keep his mouth shut and listen and hear, and he will increase learning. We read verse 5.
All right. This is Proverbs 1 and 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. So if a brother is giving you some admonishment, advice, a reproof, a rebuke, a wise man will listen to that because he knows it's for his well-being and his spiritual beneficial gain, man.
Okay.
If a brother's coming up to you saying something, hey man, I don't think you should do this, or hey man, I think you should do that, or hey, it would behoove you to listen to this. It's not ultimately him speaking. It's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. If you add on
and that's what I was gonna say, bro. If a man comes to you, with some rebuke or some reproof, that's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai speaking through that man. So don't take it as face value, okay?
And all that boils down to humility as well. We keep reading that.
All right. Verse 6, to understand a proverb, and the interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark sayings.
So, in order to understand a proverb or a dark saying and the interpretations thereof, you have to be a wise man and hear, and listen, so you can get that instruction. That's the only way you're going to understand a parable, a proverb, a dark saying. And throughout the scriptures, there's a lot of dark saying. Like, people don't understand sometimes when the scriptures talk about arrows, it's talking about a nuke. They don't understand. That's a dark saying to them. When all actuality is easy to comprehend, because a wise man listens. You want to add on?
Now you got it, bro.
Give me a Sirach 6 and 35.
All right. 6 and 35. This is Ecclesiastes 6 and 35. Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
You said be willing to hear?
Be willing to hear.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse. All right? Keep going.
And let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
And let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And how do you how do you understand a dark saying or a parable? By being wise and hear and listen to instruction. And read that first part again on it.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
And be willing to hear every godly discourse. That's a clean precept to what we were reading in verse 5.
Okay.
You can go back to Proverbs and reread verse 6.
Proverbs 1 and 6. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark sayings.
Continue.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Come. So you have to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai in order to increase.
Come.
You know, men plant the seed, the Most High gives the increase.
Come.
You know, He's going to give you that faith ultimately, you know, and you're going to end up fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Then comes the wisdom. Sirach 101, matter of fact.
Come.
Sirach 101. Because you got to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai in order to gain wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, man. And where does it all come from? The Most High, through the Son, man.
And this is Ecclesiastes 1:1. All wisdom cometh from Yahweh Shem Yahushai,
Come.
and it is with him forever.
It's with Him forever. All wisdom coming from Him. And it's with Him forever. That, you know, kind of reminds me of the New Covenant. Jeremiah 31:31. You can read about it in Ezekiel. Also in the book of Hebrew, where the law is going to be written in our inward parts. That law is wisdom as well. It's going to be written in our inward parts, and we're going to have it forever and ever. Because when you read what 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, it talks about putting on the immortal, all right? And we're defeating, we have victory over death. So what does that mean? We live forever, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is forever. So wisdom is forever with Him. That's how we that's how we get wisdom and who to go to for it. You know?
And if I
yeah.
and if I may add, you know, that's the things, you know, you should be seeking, you know, on this earth. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because everything, you know, that is of this world is temporal. Okay? It's not gonna last forever. All right?
Give me Wisdom of Solomon. Now that you say that, brother, Wisdom of Solomon, I want to say chapter 7, verse 3, if I'm not mistaken.
7 and 3.
Yeah. Let's see what it says.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 3. And when I was born...
No.
That's not what you...
No. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
It's a lot. Bear with us. Go to chapter 8, verse 5. It's a lot.
8 and 5.
Yeah. Because the brothers did say, you know, the things on this world, you know, has no value, no meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it with you. The scriptures also do talk about that. You know, it says whatever you get to do heartily. You know what I'm saying? I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Colossians. In the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, man. But go ahead on that.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8. Which one? 5?
5, yeah.
Okay. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life.
Which niggas desire these type of possessions and fast cars, the nice clothes, the money, the hoes, going to strip clubs on Monday nights. What? Go ahead.
What is richer than wisdom?
What is richer than wisdom? What is richer than wisdom? What is like? You gotta ask yourself, what would you do without this truth? You know what I'm saying? What's richer than wisdom? It coming from the omnipotent, almighty, man. The highest power. There's no words to describe Him. You know.
And, the scriptures also say, you know, roughly paraphrasing, those that obtain wisdom, you know, is more precious than rubies.
Yeah,
okay?
come on. Yep. Yep.
Yep. All right. It was a little bit more on that.
Come on.
What is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
That worketh all things. That right there describes Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He works all things, man. He made all things for Himself, like Proverbs 16:4 says. You know, He made things for Himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. You know, loosely paraphrasing. You know, you can go ahead and jump back to Proverbs.
What was it? This is Proverbs 1:7.
Yeah, 1:7.
The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction, and that's how you fall off, man. That's how you get off course, you know, because you miss the discourse of the elders. Matter of fact, me and a brother would try. You can get that scripture that's in the book of Sirach, the 8th chapter. Sirach, the 8th chapter. You can start at verse 8. Yeah, Sirach 8 and 8. You know.
This is Ecclesiasticus 8 and 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but be adequate. But acquaint thyself with their proverbs.
Acquaint thyself. You know, be around. Miss not the discourse of the wise. Because where did they get their wisdom from? Keep going. It'll tell you.
For of them thou shalt learn instructions.
Exactly. What did Proverbs 1 and 5 say? It said, you don't have to go to it, but it said, hear, you know, the wise will hear. And matter of fact, let me read it. It says, a wise man will hear and will increase in learning, and a man of understanding shall attain wise counsel. You know what I'm saying? Keep going on there.
It says, and how to serve great men with ease.
Come on, keep going.
Verse 9, miss not the discourse of the elders.
Don't miss the discourse of the elders, man. And this goes like literally as well, man. Because we have elders within our camp, our heads of camp, 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th in command, so on and so forth. And when an actual apostle or elder comes down, man, try not to miss the discourse of the elders, man. Don't miss camp. They're gonna be there, you know. If you have the chance to link up, you know. Keep going on that.
I'm gonna start back at the top of 9. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers.
For they also learn of their fathers. We're talking about that, man. Not literally, you know. It could maybe in some instances their biological father, but in most instances that's their spiritual fathers. You know, like we learn from our heads. Salat, Apostle Har on down through our heads of camps, through other heads of camps. Those are spiritual fathers to us, man. Spiritual father figures. Because we weren't learning this our 20 years in life. You know, I came in 20-something odd years in this truth. I was living like a wicked heathen. Where did I learn how to live like that from? My biological dad. Until I met my spiritual fathers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Do the unicorn. Keep going.
And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answers as needed.
As required. You know. So it says through them. What did it say again?
And through them thou shalt learn understanding.
Yeah, you learn understanding, man. Because that understanding came from their fathers, and also ultimately it came from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because that's where everything comes from. All wisdom comes from when you read Sirach 1 and 1, man. Go to Sirach 1 and 14.
This is Ecclesiasticus 1 and 14. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. What did Proverbs 1 and 7 say? To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Reread that.
To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is repetitive. You get it? Fear him and you'll get these wisdom at thy own desire. Give me Sirach 6 and 37. You'll get it at you know, you keep praying for it, he'll start giving. Obviously, he does with us in measure, but you'll get it at a quicker measure, man, if you keep fearing the Lord and have that real faith installed into you. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord.
Yup. Be meditating. Go ahead.
And meditate continuously. In his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
There you go. Fear the Lord. Meditate on him. When you're meditating, that's a sign of fear, man. You always Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is always on your mind, so you're walking. You're watching you know, your steps,
Con.
the way you move in this world, man. You gotta literally walking on eggshells every day, man.
And
You have- go ahead.
and to add to what the brother's saying, you know, and the last part of that verse says, and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. So you got to desire this, you know. It's not just gonna fall out the sky and hit you. I need wisdom. You
Yeah.
gotta want this, man.
Come.
And how do you attain this wisdom, man? By praying, you know, reading the scriptures, watching videos. Man, you gotta really want this to get it. It's not just gonna be given to you. You gotta desire it.
Come.
But go ahead, man.
Come. Like the brother said, this is the year of death, diligence, and destruction.
Come.
But that diligent part, man. If you ain't diligent, you getting the boot, man.
That's right.
If you ain't feeding the flock, you getting the boot.
Come.
He don't need that, man. You know? You gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. And then we can close it off with one more scripture. Give me Job 28 and 28. That was heavy what the brother Iraq said, man. You gotta want this.
Come.
You know, you can't expect to be sitting around eating French fries, sipping on a Slurpee, and then at the latter end, you know, expect to be increased. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Job 8 and 7. I think it's 8 and 7. This was right before Psalm. So what do we
Job 8 and 7.
Yeah, Job 8. Yeah, Job 8 and 7, man. Because you can't be lazy and then expect something. You know, that's bullshit. You
Right.
know? That's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was in high school.
Con, I was just thinking that.
I was in a group doing a project, man. I'll be lazy as all get out.
Con.
And then the last day, I'll be like, man, what do I gotta say, y'all?
Con.
You know what I'm saying? And expect the credit for it, man. It ain't the case. Yeah, I could get away with it then. It ain't the case with Yahweh Shemi Shai, man, because his eyes are on you, man.
Con.
Go ahead and get Job 8 and 7.
Job 8 and 7.
Yeah.
All right. Though thy beginning was small, though thy beginning is small, Salaki,
Come.
yet thy latter end should greatly increase.
Though thy latter end should greatly increase. And what you got to do, you got to have that want and that desire so that your latter end can be an increase. You know, so you can be increased in that spirit, the spiritual power, that knowledge, that wisdom, that fortitude, that endurance.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever spirit or lot that Yahweh Shemi Shai puts on you that day, man, you have to been putting this work in while you were in your liberty. You know? You can go ahead. We can go ahead and get that Job 28 and 28.
20 and 20.
Yeah, we can close it out after that.
God. This is Job 20 and 20.
28 and 20.
28 and 20.
Yeah, come on.
28 and 20.
Yeah,
All right, this
28
is
and 28.
Job 28 and 28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom.
Yup,
And
the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom.
Okay.
You gotta have fear of Yahweh Shemi Shai. That's about what 3 or 4 scriptures
Okay.
telling you to fear of the Lord. You get the point.
Come.
Hello, like the brother Ariella in Dallas said. Shalom to that brother, man.
Okay.
Hello, wake up, man. Let's have a grown man conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a grown man conversation. You know, the scriptures are repetitive, man. It's trying to beat something in your head.
Come.
Fear the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Get wisdom.
Come.
You know, wisdom is. That's why Proverbs 4 and 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. With all thy getting, get understanding." You got to get the wisdom, and then the understanding and the knowledge follows along. But how do you get the wisdom? Fear the Lord. Fear Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. Fear the one who put you in this situation, and the one that can get you out of situation because he put you in that situation.
Come.
Who else you gonna go to?
Come.
You know what I'm saying? Continue on that. You can read. Start from the top again.
All right, this is Job 28 and 28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding.
And to depart from evil is understanding. Hey, Salat, give me Proverbs 4 I think it's like the last verse, if I'm not mistaken.
4.
I can't remember the verse. But depart from evil, man. Get the hell away from niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For, yep, in 27.
All right, this is Proverbs 4:27. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. God,
It's simple.
God, that doesn't need a breakdown.
it's that simple.
God,
Stay away from evil. Turn thy foot from evil.
God.
Evil meaning bad times.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Wicked people, whatever. You know, wicked men, wicked children. Got these damn demon babies roaming around everywhere. You know,
Mm-hmm.
wicked women. Get the
God.
hell away from it, man. And fear the Lord and get that wisdom, man. And listen to the elders, man. If you want to expound on anything, huh?
No, you pretty much summed it up.
Come.
You hit it right on the head. Anything that is evil, man, and there's a lot of it out here.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the valley shadow of death, man.
God.
You know. So just wanted to get some wisdom out there. You know what I'm saying? Stemming from the book of Proverbs, the first chapter, man. And hey, all hell's about to break loose. The chip is in Babylon. You know, that solar eclipse, man. It just, I don't know about y'all, but it just brought a whole new spirit, a different vibe, man. Things are happening at a quick rate. You know, keep the faith, man. This ain't the time to falter, catch demons, man. If you feel any type of something, purge yourself, man. Read Psalms 51. Pray and fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get that demon or that burden off of you, man. All right. So we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144, man. Keep your heads up and keep pushing, man. Fear the Lord. Fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, shalom.
Shalom.